Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you like something, find something that you like here. And yeah, hope you learn something that you can take back to your own business or whatever. So today I'm coming to you with a how-to video. Well, a how-I video. It's not necessarily a how-to because I can't tell you what to do, but it's definitely gonna be a how-I video. It's basically how I wrap my sublimation tumblers. How I gonna show how I wrap them, how I do my seams. I'm not perfect at it yet, but the technique that I use can give you perfection if you get it right. I know my flaws are, and for some reason I just can't get over them right now. Like sometimes I succeed and sometimes I don't. It's really a trial and error for me. But yeah, so if you see something that you like and you can take away and you can perfect for yourself, by all means do it. But yeah, I am going to be making a sublimation tumbler for one of my customers, and I just decided, why not share it, you know? So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get into this tumbler. Okay, so I've already designed and printed out my tumbler. So this is what it's gonna look like. It says peace, love, gators, win or lose, chomp chomp. And then it has the person's name going down the side. Yeah. So as you can see, like right now, when you print out, if you know sublimation and you're and that's what you do, you know, excuse me, I got a cough, but you know, it's gonna print kind of ashy. With sublimation, if that's how you know if you got the right paper or not, because your print is gonna print out the printer ashy. So I have right here, if you can see it, I don't know if you can, like, I know you can't actually see the printer, but I have the SG400. That's the Sawgrass 400. It's the printer that I have. Do I recommend getting it? If you can go bigger, go bigger. If you can't, and that's all you can afford, do that. I'll do a video on printers later. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Because the Sawgrass 400 is all that I've ever owned as far as sublimation. But there's a reason for that. But I'll get into that in another video. But today, I wish I could stop saying, I don't know what's up with that. But, but yeah, so it's gonna print out kind of ashy. But once you put it on your substrate or whatever it is that you're sublimating on, that's when your colors will pop if you get it correctly. My colors, they usually pop if I get my heat and pressure and time correct. That's when anybody, don't let them folks fool you on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, out of my Facebook groups. Don't let them people fool you. Them people have done trial and error and stuck to what they know. Once you find a technique and once you get it right the first time, stick to that. Don't be keep switching it up or changing it around. Change around the things that you need to tweak. Once you figure out what it is that you need to tweak, stick to it and change that only. Don't change your whole technique trying to find different techniques and do all this because your one thing, it didn't come out right one time, but that one time that you got it right, you know that's for you. I don't care what they tell you. Don't let these people trick you out these streets, okay? I know my issue with my tumblers is sometimes my seam isn't all the way right, and the top, I get ghosting at the very top and at the bottom. Luckily, most of my stuff at the bottom is like right where the tumbler ends, so it's like, okay, whatever. But majority of the time, the actual tumbler part is good. I wish I had one to show y'all, but I don't. I usually don't make them unless I'm selling them. So yeah, But this is how the tumbler comes in a box. Usually, sometimes they do have some vendors that'll just send you the tumbler. You have to find your own boxes. But if you get them in a box, I get mine from China from a vendor. My vendor, who's pretty cool. But yeah, so this is a 20-ounce tumbler. It is straight. I found I had the tempered tumblers before, and I found that I don't really like those, so I tried now, because this is my second batch of tumblers that I've ordered. The first batch I ordered were tempered, and the second batch I ordered was straight. I found out that they were straight, and I love straight tumblers. That's the only tumbler that I'll be working with from now on. So I have the 20-ounce, I have the 30-ounce, and then I have the fatty tumblers. I have not worked with the fatty tumblers yet. But I think I'm gonna try those out, and I'm actually gonna record myself trying those out. I just gotta get out of myself, but I'm gonna try those out. The 30-ounce, I haven't figured out how to design those yet, but I do have them in stock. If you want to buy them and get them off of me so that I don't have to figure that out, you definitely can. DM me. What's my DM? You can DM me on Instagram, or you can comment down below with your Instagram and let me know, and we can talk about that. And I can give them to you. But yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, this is 20-ounce straight tumbler. That is why my image is printed straight in a box or a rectangle. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this 20-ounce tumbler. Let me see if I can position y'all down so y'all can see my heat tape. I do get the thicker one. I like working with the thicker one when I go to wrap. So I'm going to wrap this around the tumbler. I used to use this size, which is and go around, but come on now, it was like common sense to me. A lot of people don't use this, they use masking tape, but I found that I like using heat tape. But like I said, I used to use this size and just go all around the tape, around the cup, but I stopped and started using this because it's more time consuming, it's more efficient. Let me use my correct language, verbiage. It was more efficient to just use the thicker tape. Excuse my shirt, y'all. Shoot, child. But yeah, so I use this tape to do my seam. Once you guys see, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have my scissors and my image that you can't see, but in my image. So I am gonna go ahead and turn on my toaster. I have the Black & Decker toaster oven. I'm gonna try to get an image of the toaster for you guys. I just don't want to take this. I don't want to take my phone off this tripod. It's because yeah, once I get ready to put the tumbler in, I'll show y'all the printer, and I'll go ahead and show you the toaster too. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing first, I already took a sticker, a silver sticker comes on the bottom of them. I took it off and I stuck it in the tape. So yeah, this sticker goes on the bottom. I took that off, and I take off my top. And with my image, I am going to, and the tumbler also comes in a plastic bag. But with my image, I'm going to cut off the white perimeter. I'm going to cut off all of the white. Now with sublimation,
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Just be aware that it does not, if you get the Sawgrass printer, I ain't even gonna say just the Sawgrass printer. Most sublimation printers do not print white. There's no white toner for sublimation unless you get a printer that has that option, and then you find that ink, which is not easy to find. So good luck with that. But if you print on white, if you print white, if your design has white in it, just be advised that whatever you're substrating on, if it's not white, which most times it should be white, if you're sublimating what you're sublimating on should be white. But if it's not, for whatever reason, just know that the white in your image is going to show up whatever color your substrate is. It's going to show up that color. It's not going to be white because, again, sublimation does not print white. So my image does have white in it because I am sublimating on a white tumbler. And so therefore my white is going to show white. Good, because as you can see, it's a Gators cup, and Gators definitely have white in their logo. So yeah, I get my majority of my sublimation supplies comes from Amazon. I think I ordered that toaster maybe 2 years ago, if that. It had to be like 2 years since I've been in this place, almost a year. So yeah, I would say about 2 years. At most 2 years, at least a year and a half. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I want to say it might have been like between $20 and $30. Might have been more, but I got it from Amazon. But you can get your toaster. You can get a toaster anywhere. I wanted my toaster oven to have a timer on it, even though I don't use the timer. I thought I would use the timer, but I don't. I tried that once and it didn't go too well for me, so I don't use the timer. But some people do. A lot of people got the toaster with the double doors. I wanted that toaster, but I didn't have the space at the time. I hate them scissors, but they're so great. They're so sharp. I love these scissors. They're from Hobby Lobby. If you ever used to, I know I got these scissors from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale, but they used to use these scissors. They use these scissors for fabric cutting, and they are so sharp. I love these scissors. They cut everything for me. But I try not to cut everything with them because I don't want them to get dull. So yeah, but as I was saying, some people use the double-doored toaster oven because you can stand your tumbler up. You can stand it up and let it sublimate that way. I got the shorter one, so I just lay it down and let it do what it do. Yeah, so then I take my image. I'm gonna put this on down here. Oh, you can see the printer like that. I keep it on because they say you should keep it on so that the ink can, you know, shift around or whatever. I think that's what they say. I'm not sure. I forgot, but I leave it plugged up either way. But this is the Sawgrass 400. It's the smaller Sawgrass. I don't even think they sell it anymore. I think they only sell the 8, either 6 or 8. But I got it from where did I get this printer from? Was it Heat Press Nation? I want to say it might have been Heat Press Nation. It might not have been. I don't remember. No, I did not get it from Heat Press Nation. I got it from Sawgrass. But yeah, so it looks like my image is bigger than what it's supposed to be. It definitely is, which I hate. Because now I have to reprint it, but it just gives me a chance to show you guys how to do that. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how it's bigger than what it's supposed to be. So if you look, that's no. You do not want this to happen. Now what I could do is just cut this, cut the B, and so that the B, because it's just the B, really just this, cut this off, and then the top of that B, and it'll be okay. But no, I did that once and that shit looked horrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just go ahead on and throw this away and start over. Throw it away and start over, okay? Yeah, so what I want to do is, and I kind of knew it was off because it's supposed to be way more white than this left over. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this video, go over there to my handy dandy workstation, and reprint out this goddamn image because this is too big, which I know it was. I should have known it was. But yeah, so give me a second, I'll be back. I got a new image, y'all. So I changed the width and I changed the width and I changed the height a little bit too. I did go ahead and measure the actual cup because I wanted to try something else. I think I can get rid of my ghosting if I line up my image to be exactly the length of the cup. That'll get rid of like my top and bottom ghosting. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna try it out on camera. I ain't even gonna jive. So, excuse me. We're gonna see how that work out for me. I did not get that off of nobody's suggestion post or anything. That just came to me while I was over there. Resizing the length of the image. It was just like, something came to me and said, just change the width too and see where that takes you as far as the ghosting on the top and the bottom. Some people like to add that. I used to keep it on there because people like it's better if it looked like the image is like sliding off the cup instead of just cutting it off. It looks better that way, and some people are able to like fold it over to where the ghosting is only on the bottom. They like fold the image at the bottom. They fold the design at the bottom to round off the bottom of the cup. That wasn't working for me. It's taking me so long to cut this one little piece because I like to get as close to the image as possible without cutting the image. But that wasn't working for me. It was causing me ghosting like once I got to the top. Once the image was on the cup, it was causing ghosting at the top and the bottom. So I want to see what it looks like without all of that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I shouldn't have done that because I do want to show you guys how I used to do it. But it's like whatever. So on this image that I'm currently doing, I actually created the background myself. A lot of my other backgrounds are just like wallpapers that I find on Google. If I like what the wallpaper look like and it's cohesive and the color is exactly what I need on the image that I'm trying to do, on the design I'm trying to do for Tumbler, I will use that background. But for this particular design, I created the background myself. It actually came from a cup that I did with water slide. Because I also do water slide cups as well sometimes. When I don't feel like doing sublimation, I will do a water slide. But with the water slide, you have to do the epoxy and all of that. So I don't do that often. And because too with that, I was getting a lot of water bubbles. So I kind of just haven't done one in a while. There's no reason, I just haven't done it. But like I was saying, with this image, the background, the actual color of the picture is all me. Like I did all of this. You can see like there's like a little wavy pattern on the inside of each ink, and then it has the big ink. Yeah, I literally like the background of this came from 4 different bars of like color, and then I just went on Photoshop and just started switching stuff around, and this is how it came out, and I like it. My mama love it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna like get back into that, just creating stuff off the top of my head and using it. But yeah, so now I'm gonna take cut it out, as you can see. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around the tumbler. And you know what? Already I see that I'm going to like doing this better. As far as cutting off the top and the bottom of the image instead of trying to let it run off. So as you can see now, whereas before it ran over, now it lines up dang near perfect. Well, it is perfect because you want to leave a little bit of the other side behind that. And I'll show you, some people don't do it. Some people line their seams up like exact, and that's where sometimes you can get that white ghosting line. I know I used to get that a lot, and sometimes I still do with this technique that I'm about to show you guys. But it's the best. When it comes to the seams, like this technique is the best. Once you get it perfected, it's about as good as it's gonna get. So that's how I line up, make sure that my image is right, the right size for my cups, for my tumblers, and then I take it and I flip it. And I'm actually going to slide up and tilt you guys down and move my phone out of the way. You guys see? I hope so. You just want to make sure that it, lines up. Alright, and I am going to, cut a little bit off, just because I don't, when I get ready to tape it down, I don't want like the actual design to, like the peace sign or the top of the B or any of that, to be kind of hidden underneath anything. And I could tell the way I was gonna get ready to do it, the peace sign, some of the white on the peace sign wasn't gonna be on there. So I'm gonna go ahead on and cut some of that off. I just did like a little strip, very little strip, like you can barely see it. You see that? That's the strip I did of the cut off. So yeah, yep, that makes it so much better. So much better. So now I like to make sure that the name part, this part of this tumbler where her name is, I'm gonna put that down on the tumbler, and then the other part, which is where the peace sign is, I want to put that on top. So I'm going to tape it down like this. Now here's where the technique comes in. I'm going to take my tape. It's time for me to get another roll, which is why I have this one out, because this one is gone. But I'm going to use the last little bit. And this is the 20mm heat tape. I'm going to take this and I am going to, on the very end of the part where her name, on the very end of the image, if I can get my tape to stop rolling, I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up. So I can really take it off of the cup, off the tumbler. And put it down. And I'm going to, can you guys see? Okay. Put it at the very end, line it up with the paper. Line the tape up with the paper. Make sure that you don't have anything running over. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And I take it and I cut it. What I mean by running over is, if you look, there's a very thin piece of tape that's hanging off. I'm gonna cut that off because I don't want that on there, because it could cause like white issues where the image won't be on that part of the cup. So I'm gonna cut that off. Try to get all of that without cutting the image. Get all that tape off. If you can get it to line up exactly, that'll be perfect. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. With sublimation, you'll learn that it's really just trial and error and hope, crossing your fingers and hoping that you ain't get no air in that image, between that image and that substrate. Making sure that you time it correctly, making sure your pressure is on point. Like, it's so much that goes into sublimating, and I thought that it was gonna be so easy when I first started out, but to be honest, sublimation has been one of the biggest challenges that I've faced when it comes to crafting. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut all that off and try to get all of it, like I stated. All that shit out of there. And get it off. Get it off of there, y'all. It's gone. Let me get this little piece of tape that folded over. It's gone. As you can see, there's no tape left. It's gone. So now, I take the other side and I take my tape. I know I felt it. Okay. I know I felt any of the tape. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I'll take another piece of tape. My sister texted me. And I go down the other side. Now on this side, I'm going to want to leave some hanging off because this is the side that you're going to tape down. And you flatten it out with your finger. Make sure that it's flat. Leave no air, leave no space for air. You don't want no air in nothing you sublimate. Nothing. Air is not your friend in sublimation. It's not your friend at all. The only thing you want to do with air when it comes to sublimation is breathe it. Just breathe it yourself. You breathe it. Don't let your tape breathe no air. Don't let your substrate breathe no air. Don't let your image breathe no air. Nobody get air but your nostrils. You feel me? Alright. So you tape that down and you leave tape at the top. Alright. So now you take your tumbler. Make sure that it's on the right side. You don't want to do it upside down. Make sure no air bubbles. No air bubbles. Like I said, air is not your friend. So don't be up there kiki-keying with it, being fake. You know air ain't your friend. Don't be friendly with it. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. Not while you're doing this tumbler. Alright. Gotta tap it a little bit. Tap that thing. Tap that, you know what I'm saying? And then make sure it's lined up. Make sure it's lined up good now. If it gets stuck at the bottom, you have to watch out for that too, because it will get stuck. Tape will start taping. While you trying to straighten your lines out, tape will start taping. You have to make sure tape ain't taping. Tape taping, untape it. If tape it, untape it. The hell over there. Alright. Make sure you do want to make sure it lined up perfect because stuff start looking out of whack. Looking for me, this design ain't one of those kind of designs where it got lines and the lines need to add up. I try not to do those kind of tumblers because those things will drive you crazy if you let it. Alright, so once you get it lined up, you're gonna tape. Match the tape. Put the tape on the tape. Get all the air. Excuse me, get all the air bubbles out. Smooth out them air bubbles. And this is when tape can start taping. This is where you can let your tape be taped. You feel me? So that air bubble at the bottom right there. See that? I don't want that. Take my fingernail, lift that tape up. Lift that tape up. And get that tape off of there. And you see how my image has shifted a little bit. So I'm gonna take my finger, tap that thing. Tap that thing on up. Stuck down there again, start taping. You could actually go ahead on and mend your tape right here. And kind of get it to push it on up. There you go. There you go. There you go. Then you make sure everything is alright. Then fold that tape over right there. And you want to check here to make sure you see how I got that little bubble right there. You don't want that. That means that your image ain't on that tight. It ain't on that cup tight enough, so you gotta come back. Come back up. Come back up. Untape it. Telling you, sublimation never trial and error. But you don't want no error. It's not your friend. You don't want no nothing. So you pull it. Pull it. Pull it, and you make sure you don't get no air in that thing. You don't want no air. Even if you have to take the tape off a little bit, you know, lift it on up. Just make sure you don't rip your image. You don't want no air. For real about that air, y'all. It'll get that how you get ghosted. You think your image on there right. And you don't see it. I'll be like, come here, girl. Be like a little old man at the store. Come here, girl. You don't want that. Tape that thing down. Pin it down. Let that man be doing you. That woman. Whoever you make love to. Pin that thing down like that. Make sure you get all that air out of there. Right? Because you'll think that once you do the next step, that it'll get it all out of there, but it won't. If you start out with air in your between your image and your substrate, you start out with air between that, air gonna get in there. And I'm gonna stop saying substrate, I'm gonna say tumbler because it's mostly with the tumbler. With shirts, you can't stop that. But you do want to make sure that you got enough pressure on your shirt to where you can't, no LCP right now. You know what I'm saying? So technically it's the same thing. So I can't keep saying substrate because you don't want no air nowhere, honestly. With shirts, it's all about the pressure. With tumblers, it's all about make sure no air in between the actual image and the tumbler. You want to get all that out of there. So that's just basically what I'm doing right now. Making sure that my image is tight enough around the tumbler to where there's no bubbles nowhere, like you don't want no bubbles. No bubbling. Want everything as tight as possible. Like, I'm talking playing, but it's for real. And see how now it's sealed off, like ain't no bubbles nowhere. Is that a bubble? If it is, I'm gonna go in there. Oh no, it ain't. It ain't no bubble. But I like to make sure that ain't no bubble. Alright. Tape it down. Ain't no bubbles in there. You see some? I don't see none. You see some down there? I don't see none. Can't get in there. Can't get in there. Ain't no way for you to get in there. Make sure though. Okay? You know. No bubbles in. No, none of that. Alright. There we go, y'all. Right, so now, after I do that, put my trash on one side so that when I get ready to, when I'm done, I can just clean it up. Let me turn on my toaster because I did not turn it on earlier when I told you I was. With my toaster, I will show you guys where I do have the oven thermometers. I do have the oven thermometers in there. I have one in the front and one in the back. Just so you can make sure that that's how you make sure that your oven is the temperature that you want it to be. You need your temperature to be no more than 400. So you need it between, I like to use between 350 and 400. And I put my tumblers in there for, I do one side for 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. It really, with my time, I really go based on the smell because these are chemicals and you're gonna smell them. So I do between no less than 130. It really depends on where my temperature is because it does fluctuate because you're opening and closing the door. When you open the door, your air is getting out, so it's not gonna be as hot. So when it's on like 395, I do my time for like 1:45 to 2 minutes. And then so I'm gonna say 2 minutes. I do 2 minutes when it's on 395. When it's not as hot as it's supposed to be, I do 2 minutes. But if it's at 400 or if it's at like 401 or 405 or something like that, or 410 because it goes 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So if it's between that 4 and that 410, I'm only doing like 1:30 seconds. But total time, you do not want your tumbler in that machine more than 6 minutes. So I do like a minute, like I was saying, 1:30 to 2 minutes. I do that on one side and I flip it over. I do that on another side, and then most times I'll flip it again and do that on a different side. And sometimes I just do those two sides. Like I said, it really just depends on the smell. Like you can smell when your tumbler is burning. It has like this, once you do sublimation, you know what I'm talking about. It has this funny kind of smell to it. And also once you can see your image through, once you can see the image of your tumbler through all of the tape and stuff that you're gonna put on it, the tape and the laminate, once you can see it through that, then it's ready. It's ready. Once you can see it, then you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. So I take my big tape and I go around my cup. I go around my tumbler. I'm actually going to lean off of it a little bit, and I'm going opposite of the way. I'm going in the same direction as the image, just to make it, hopefully make it a little tighter. Sometimes it makes it tighter in my brain, only in my brain. But yeah, That's what I do. And just take the tape around the circumference of the tumbler. And you want to press it as you turn it to make sure that it's as tight as can be. And you don't really want air in between your tape and your design either. So I don't know if y'all can see where I'm gonna take my scissors and I cut. And I just go again. See my seam right there? Take my tape, put it on top of that seam, flatten that down, and I go pour that out a bit, and I go around again. You're not gonna get a perfect. If you can, you good. But I try not to put it on top of each other, but sometimes I just say bump it and put it on top of each other. If you can get it to line up perfectly, do that. But I ain't gonna even hold you. I can't get it to line up perfect. So you don't want them to line up. You don't want them to overlap too much. There will be some overlapping though. And sometimes you just can't help the overlap. It doesn't harm it though. I did find that out. It does not harm the image if you overlap. I just like to let my toaster oven just heat up. Sometimes I go ahead and cut these, like make little slits so that I can lay it down. And I'll just go ahead and show y'all that so they won't keep sticking to my hand. Then you cut your tape. So I take it and just make little slits in it so it can lay down a little bit better. And you want to kind of like push up on it. Push up on it as you lay it down. To try to like push any air that may be at the bottom of your tumbler. Just push it out of there. Excuse my nose itch. Push it on out of there. There you go, just lay it down. And then you finish wrapping. Now imagine if I was using the smaller tape still, like I would still be at the bottom of this daggone hook try to wrap. But with the thicker tape and get more circumference around your tumbler. And I don't understand why people that I was watching on YouTube and in Facebook groups and stuff, as they was wrapping, they was using like the masking tape. And I saw this on episode. I was like, why did you just go use that? Like, that makes sense. So then I take my fingernail and I just seal in this. Just seal in. But yeah, I was like, why don't you use the bigger tape to go ahead on and wrap it up? You know what I'm saying? I think they'd be using the tape and using the bigger tape. They just don't want other folks to know that. But shit, I don't give a damn. Y'all know or not. Just here to help. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can see something that I'm doing wrong, let me know. If I helped you, let me know. Cause I do like helping when I can. If it's benefiting me. Don't even act like you help people too. I just like helping people. They kill me with that too. I just like helping people. I love helping people. That's why I started making videos. And you started making videos to make money too. You started making videos to make money, and you helping people while making some money. So it's a give and a take. You doing both. So I'm doing both. But I really do hope y'all take some out of this and, you know, learn something else for real. Don't make my hard work in vain. Alright, so I got that. I'm down to the last little piece. Not gonna use this tape anymore to get that last little bit. I'm gonna use the little tape. Open a new pack. New roll. This is this size. Oops. Messed it up. Oh yeah. I'll take this. Now my toaster is at 420, so I'm gonna open the door a little bit, let some of that air out, and close it back, and watch it's gonna go down. So now we're all taped up, guys. All taped up. I really wanna shout it out. All taped up with you. It ain't gonna stay down. Well, it might. No, it ain't. Alright, so now, after we're taped up, we're gonna take my lamination paper. I need to order some more. Ooh, definitely do. Order these from Etsy. Time to order some more. I'll take mine. You know what? I need to order some more now because I only have like 4 more sheets. There you go. Take this. Gotta open it. Laminate sleeve. Take a tumbler. And put it in. Have it in. I left my heat gun. Let me get my heat gun, y'all. Got my handy dandy heat gun. I'm gonna do with this. I don't have it plugged up yet because I don't want to use the same socket that I have my toaster oven and the same power that I have my toaster oven, my printers, and my computers on. So I'm actually gonna go into a different part of the house. I'm gonna turn this on and it's gonna shrink wrap the tumbler. Shrink wrap it. So give me a second and I'll be back to show what that looks like. Alright, this is what it looks like all shrink wrapped. You do want to make sure that you have some handy dandy heat gloves. Got these in a 2-pack. Came with the one that has pink on the trim. I got these gloves from Amazon too. I'm in a 2-pack. I don't remember how much it was, but yeah, you want to shrink wrap your tumbler. And then my tumbler is currently at between 400 and 410. I would say 405, and I'm gonna put it in, and then yeah. Okay, Google, set timer for 1 minute and 45 seconds. All right, y'all. Let's wait this minute and 45 seconds out. All right, so this is what my toaster oven looks like. And those are my 2 oven temperatures back there. And that is my tumbler, how I put my tumbler in. What's that feel? Okay. But yeah, that's that. And then this is my Sawgrass 400 that I was telling you guys about. This is just a canvas that I want to sublimate on. I'm gonna try that out. But yeah. So we're gonna wait this minute and 45 seconds. Alright, y'all, so I just took it out of the toaster and it is hot as heck. But the light is not really showing. But you can kind of see the design inside. Well, you can kind of see the design. I ain't gonna say inside nothing. You can kind of see the design. The shrink wrap will pop sometimes. Sometimes you get a big bubble. It's just different stuff will happen, and sometimes it just gets sticky. If it starts to get sticky, that means it's been in there too long, usually. But yeah, so let's unwrap this son of a gun. Hold on, y'all. Well, y'all, so I had a struggle trying to get that back into the holder without burning myself with this cup, because I didn't think to move the cup to get that back on. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what happened. Did y'all just see my face just see? Because I forgot that the paper was on. I'm like, oh shit. Usually I line this up with the seam so I can just try to pull it as much as possible, but I didn't do that today. I forgot to do that, y'all. This might be a struggle to get off. We don't see. Take the bottom off. Oh, it's got so hot. I leave my toaster on while I take it off because I never know what's gonna happen, and I might need it again. So I just leave it on for a little while. Oh, this thing's hot. I'm gonna try because you want to do it while it's hot or while it's least warm. You don't want to let it cool off. So I'm gonna cut it. I don't like put my scissors to the tumbler after this, but sometimes yeah, it's gonna let me not do it. So yeah. Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh yes, I'm definitely gonna be making it exact to the cup from now on, because I definitely like how that looks. And guys, here we go. So that is my seam. This is by far the best cup I've done. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. By far the best. And here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? Yes, y'all. So you do want to let it sit for a few hours, because if you notice with the sublimation, with the tumblers, once it sits for a little while, like the colors, they just get more vibrant or something. I don't know how to explain it, but that's definitely what happens. I do see where I did leave it in just a little bit too long, because it gives like a little brownish like look. Not if you leave it too long, it turn, you can see the brown, like, oh my gosh. But if you have a lighter color like orange or yellow, when you start to leave it a little too long, it'll get like this like dusty kind of look to it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it gets like a brownish tint. If you know, then you know. As you do it more, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll be like, oh, that's what she's saying. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I could tell for myself that it might have been like a couple seconds too long, maybe like three to 4 seconds too long. That comes with trial and error again, but I am in love with this tumbler. Oh my gosh, I can't wait until it just, the heat and stuff dies off of it and it just settles in. I am going to do a put it on my turner and do a video to show you guys. I'm probably gonna put that in the clip somewhere. Once I do that, taking these gloves off because they are tight. Put those up. Go ahead and put my stuff up that I can get to. And let me get the bottom of the tumbler, the gasket, I think it's what it's called. My last 2 of these for this pack. There's another pack in that box of tumblers, so I'm not even worried about those. Flip it on the bottom and you put it down there. And I'm not going to package it on camera. I'll show you guys what. Yeah, I got to show y'all that. I'm just going to put it back in the bag, put it back in the box. With these, I don't have any right now that's in the correct color. This is not the correct color. I ran out of ink. I do have to order some more ink for my printer, but these are my tumbler care. Well, this is the drinkware. This is for like other tumblers, but I do have one specific to tumblers, but it's basically the same information. And you guys can't read it, but I do give tumbler care cards, and it does say that your tumbler or drinkware is handmade with love and care and attention to detail. While we do strive for perfection, all handmade items may contain small imperfections. So yeah, put that back up there. But I am so happy that this tumbler came out so good. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you, like I said in the beginning, can take something from this video and learn and increase your business and just do great with it. I hope you found something. I hope you were entertained thoroughly, and I hope you stay to the end of the video. Like I said, I am going to show the actual clip of the actual cup on the turner so you can get a full view. And yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Don't forget to be you, because if you can't be you, how you gonna be somebody else? And who gonna let you be them if you can't be you? You get me? So yeah, y'all have a good one. Deuces.